Glory is mine.
Meet your maker.
Meet your maker. Prepare yourself.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
You're not trying to escape, are you?
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So, it wasn't a dream after all. Not a very chatty fellow, are you? Junk. Die. Freight or food?
shaking her fluffy Did you expect a needle? Empty. The Magister Guard snorts and sniffles as he sleeps. You're almost impressed that one man can make such a phlegmy racket.
Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Suit yourself, but we're all in the same boat here, so to speak. I'll await your return.
Empty. Empty. Empty.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul.
My, look at the concentration on your... There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters for your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Dungeon, you have the gall to call my
Index fingers pressed to her lips.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Oh, well, I'm sure a new life awaits.
Good gods. There's been a murder.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass. The pale young woman does...
Did the murderer take him into this room?
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you no. Go ahead. She with the body.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless...
I was on duty in your room. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, it looks more like a passenger managed to slip their... Listen, I could someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Some good lead, and...
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite...
Not the future, no. But I can read the... I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the...
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. The truth's right. But don't you worry, darling. I don't let...
The woman keeps rolling her dice.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
A broad dwarf sits... He raises an...
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
roast dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
The ship, of course.
His eyes snap open.
Murder? I wouldn't know anything. I'd kill him.
His eyes flutter.
Whether they catch me is another matter. But I ain't one to...
A wave of sound.
And...
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right. I always knew you'd turn up.
The fellow cocks his ear.
That isn't ang...
He cocks his ear to the others.
Anticipation. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
You've got this one.
You've got ears on your head, haven't you? Do you need me to show you how to use them? There now, just like that. Squeeze! Aha!
His eyes snap.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good. No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't it. Burn my beard. That means... If we'd been... Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even... Captain!
The dwarf leans...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
More appetizing things coming out of
He continues stroking...
There's
If
nothing
you'll be
else.
pardoning me, I'll be...
Turnips and water are all I was given. No!
You one of them? A divine order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
Murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you really don't know the first thing about sauce.
Sing us a song. I know you can.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague
Ah, there you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I... How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madam... What? What's so...
Her pinched face cracked.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get...
She turns to you, dark-eyed.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You'd presume right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite... You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes, as quickly as they came, the
Good luck, Chief.
We're like cattle to them.
Take it easy, Chief. You don't want to get noted.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
We just skipped to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? Surely.
You're a human, like me. That means we're friends already.
Tell you if you can keep
My
it
mum told me
quiet
not to
long
make
enough
friends
for
with
me to listen.
lizards and elves and dwarves and stuff. But I think they're okay. Be careful! Someone died here.
You look like my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
Your kind always hung closest to her right,
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
Do you like to play ball? We like to play ball.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
We just skipped to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
Hi.
Think me mad.
Do you like to play ball? We like to play ball.
Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can
Name?
keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
The Divine Order one. Well, you aren't here on my...
Like I said, you aren't on the list.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen horses, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That light.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper.
Always
Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers,
I'll give you
too.
that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Well,
One of us wouldn't.
you got this wolf on a leash.
Meanwhile,
Soon as the inquisitor
Well.
The lizard looks you all of a sudden. He grit.
Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Oh, but to feel that. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the very basics, then? So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. As per your own testament, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
I have a few questions for you. My slave, of course. Oh, but... Anyway, you may leave.
I'll come back to you. And you better be ready to talk here.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
When I want you to attend...
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with it.
A scruffy man lounges.
Watch your back.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general...
We used to know each other, more's the pity.
Standing far back from Ifan. Ifan grins.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a... No. The dead man.
He glances up.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The joy. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now.
What are you conspiring about?
Oh, don't mind him.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you.
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keep...
Clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable, surely.
The elf is reading a volume. He reaches out. He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. No. This text... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have... Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pest...
It was one of them. I know it.
Here to register, sir. Good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger.
They don't care about us.
You faring okay so far? Trust me, with you head on in.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's... You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its fun.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she costs...
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor.
What happened? You.
The lizard's eyes... Ifan lies motionless. His eyes flick. Ifan cries out. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. The Magister lies on the floor.
I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie. Long before this thing snaps into Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. God damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick! pounding on the hull!
Through the door, and suddenly the skeleton is quickly...
No! What damn... It catches fire, it turns...
The skeleton looks up.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and...
Yes, indeed. It's the... Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have life, but please, I was no more an... I had a mask that was still... She'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
The skeleton holds...
I am trying, and I will be dead. Go on! Please, my time...
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up. Oh, I don't even remember them strapping me down. What a find!
He eyes the collar circular.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Like you don't know? Mutiny!
He whispers loudly to the...
Don't just cower there, Rix! Take out your blade!
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. The Magisters look to each other.
Your lies end!